It's noon on Tuesday, September 13th, and this is news that you can use from YAA with your hosts, Zach and Ray. And I got to tell you, Zach's got me like in a meat locker here. And not that I don't want to complain, but I'm old and I'm cold, buddy. It's freezing in here.
Oh, man, if I hadn't been hearing about this for the past 30 freaking minutes, I'd probably be more empathetic. Sound check, everyone. We moved the boom mic. Pops, look up. Come on.
We moved the boom mic closer, and I said, this is such a high class production, we might as well even just put it in the shot.
I think that defeats the purpose a little bit. Once we get it all clear, loud and clear.
Okay,
thank you, Dad.
Yeah, yes. I'll try to speak up. Yes.
You don't need to speak up.
Yes.
Give me 1 second here again, because we're getting used to remembering to do this the right way. Here we go, Dad.
Yes.
Market Insights Black Book. Let's start there. Another week of nearly a 1% decline. I was right.
About what?
I was right.
What are you right about?
Let me grab a little bubble thing.
It's not the bubble bursting. It's the bubble's deflating a little bit. It's not bursting. I'll let you know when it bursts. But turn around. What are you looking at?
I'm looking for a prop.
Well, you don't have any props.
Because I want to make the bubble burst.
You weren't prepared. The bubble's not bursting.
What do you make of that? Let's share the data for those that listen to the podcast afterwards.
Yes.
0.93%. That was the week-over-week decline in wholesale used car prices, the same as the prior week.
Yes.
We are now 6 weeks in a row, 5 weeks in a row?
6 or 7, yeah.
Wait, it says it up here. The market continued to experience larger than normal seasonal declines last week, as well as continued softening of the conversion rates. Buyers are more particular on what they are willing to purchase, and sellers are holding firm to floors. If we zoom right in here, Dad,
yes,
that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks.
That's what I said, 6 or 7 weeks.
7 weeks of substantial
of about
nearly
1%. Yeah, of about almost a point every week. But as we know, and when you scroll down to some lower graphs, you will see that just because we have had 7 weeks of declines, substantial declines that were preceded by much smaller declines on a weekly basis for another, 6 or 7 weeks.
Hang tight. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Like you said, 5.
Yeah. So we're like at 12 weeks of steady declines in the wholesale value of used cars that dealers are paying at the auction. And go down to the keep going.
I like when you wag your finger at me.
Keep going. Come on, man. You're holding me up. Keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. Okay, here you go. This is one of the you can see that historically speaking, for those of you who can see, because you're watching this as opposed to hearing it, that the declines in wholesale values are much steeper and much earlier in the season than they have been in the past historically.
Yeah.
Okay. And then scroll down to another chart.
I don't want to get seasick.
Here you go. Here's the thing so we've seen 12 weeks of steady declines in wholesale values. Let me in wholesale values. People keep complaining I say wholesale values. But what we are seeing is that the retail values are stagnant. They have really not dropped much.
I'm doing my best weather person. That green line right
there.
Oh, I got off green screen.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That green line right wherever the hell it is. That green line has not moved much. So retail pricing is lagging much. Reductions in retail pricing is lagging much further behind what we've seen in wholesale pricing. So if the retail pricing is not significantly changing, then your bubble ain't bursting.
Okay, so let me rephrase.
Okay.
There are two bubbles. The wholesale bubble is bursting.
No, the wholesale bubbles is adjusting. It's correcting to a degree. It's not bursting. I mean, damn, the wholesale bubble went up 50%. It's dropped like 8% in the last 3 months.
So what's 8% of 50%? That's like
16%.
yeah, like 16%. Come on now, we've seen it.
It's just a minor correction.
1 second. We're going to ask.com.
What are we asking?
What constitutes a bubble burst
Oh, well, you know, it
in
might.
the used car market 2022? Got to be very specific with ask.com.
I've never used it. So I was going to say, it might tell you, you know.
Who the hell uses ask.com? This is terrible.
Nobody.
This is terrible.
Nobody.
Pops, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
When you see as significant declines as we're currently seeing, I think whether you call it bubble burst or not, we are seeing significant news headlines that I don't think are necessarily being portrayed out there because retail prices are not coming down as much as they are. However,
retail prices have remained stagnant.
Exactly.
That's
but
the problem.
The story here is you've got a lot more leverage as a car buyer, and your trade-in is worth nowhere near as much as it was just a few months ago.
As a car buyer, you should have more leverage. Most car buyers wouldn't know that.
Exactly.
Okay, and the reason most car buyers wouldn't know that is, well, they're not watching us. Damn it, they need to be watching us every week.
You're
So
make me need to change the gain setting.
So if most used car buyers were watching us, they would know that they have more leverage because they would know that there has been a steady 3-month decline in wholesale values that dealers are paying at the auctions.
Look at this, Pops. Enterprise AR explained to a dealer the 12 weeks of wholesale declines was why I was sitting on the sidelines for a Sequoia. They dropped the price $3,000 and emailed me last night the price update. Did we not just film a role play video that should be out later this week of Laura?
Yes.
With my coaching.
Yes.
Negotiating
feeding her every line.
Feeding her lines, but negotiating against you, the used car salesman.
Yes.
Essentially, we literally had printouts
yes.
of the Black Book data and put it on the table in front of you, and she made a damn good case for why a dealer would be willing to negotiate and discount a used car. Because when you look at the Black Book data, we haven't even talked about the sales rate at the auctions. Let me pull that up. We are seeing
the sales rate at the auction dropped
continue
again.
to go down.
Yes, but it's going down because there's too many stupid dealers out there that won't lower their reserve number for what they're willing to take for the car. They're trying their best to mitigate their losses, and unfortunately, what they're going to do is they're actually going to increase their losses because at a certain point, as wholesale values continue to decline, what they thought they could get, they're going to be even further away from next week, just like they were last week. Some of these people should have taken lower numbers last week, and those lower numbers last week would have been higher than what they were offered for their same vehicle this week. So unfortunately, there's too many stupid dealers out there that don't recognize that this is a trend. Okay, what started 12 weeks ago is now a trend, and I don't think, and the good folks at Black Book didn't think, that we're going to see an increase in wholesale values anytime soon.
Let's look at some of the segments that are experiencing some of the most significant wholesale.
Yes, I really have to work on my pronunciations.
I got a lot of things to work on as far as the YouTube comments are concerned, Dad.
Whoa.
Full-size SUVs.
Yes.
They dropped 1.59% last week, which was the largest truck segment decline for the week. The segment has now had 19 consecutive weeks of declines with an average weekly change rate of 0.58%. You got your okay, I got my phone on me.
Let's do
no, let's do the math. We owe it to the people. We owe it to the people. So we got...
We give the people everything for free. What do you mean we owe it to the people?
We got 1.58 times 19.
19, yes.
That's 11%. 11% for full-size SUVs.
In the last 19 weeks.
11%.
11%. I don't know why you showed it to that screen. You need to show it to the
I put it
camera.
up a little higher. 11%.
Yeah, that's significant.
Significant.
But I guarantee you that we haven't seen an 11% decline in the retail pricing.
Let's put it to the test. Seriously, let's put it to the
Okay.
test. Name a. Give me 1 second. I gotta.
Ford Explorer.
You want to do Ford Explorer?
Oh,
Is
it's
Ford
the only
Explorer
one I
full
can
size?
think. Yes.
There's the Expedition. Is Explorer okay? Sorry.
I don't know.
I don't know. Someone in the comments. Someone in the chat.
Yeah. What would
What
be a
full
good
size SUV should we look at?
Yeah, a Yukon, a Suburban, a Ford Explorer. Any of those, I think, would work.
The Expedition.
Okay.
Thank you, Leon.
Thank you. Leon is going to get something for having participated in a timely manner.
Ford Expedition.
Yeah.
Doing a nationwide search. Let's do used.
Well, why do a nationwide search? Do a more regional search.
What do you want?
I
Around
don't
here?
care. Yeah, sure.
So we'll do on the DC area.
Okay.
And let's do over 45 days on the market.
Sure. 19 weeks would be longer than that, but
So let's do over 60 days on the market.
more than 90 days.
90 days on the market. All right. Well, this one's got a lot of miles on it, 2020. All right, Coons. Let's check out Coons.
Okay.
Coons has
Yeah.
with 144 days on the lot.
Yes.
It's in high demand.
Sure it is. That's why it's been
on the
that's
lot
lot for 142 days.
Yeah, 144 days.
Yeah.
Let's look at the price history.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, this is going to be fascinating. So they initially listed it for sale
For 52 grand.
and for 52 grand back in April.
Yeah. Then they lowered it $2,000.
Wow, they were all the way down to $45,995
Yeah.
in June. No one bid.
What do you think? What do you think would happen if somebody offered them $45,995 today?
Honestly, what do? You print this out, you take it to the used car
I
manager?
would.
Okay, so what would an 11% drop in this retail price be? That would be
10% would be $5 grand, 5,200.
5,200.
Yeah. So that would
They're not.
not anywhere near that.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Let's not do Coons this time because we already did Coons. Let's see who
Yeah.
this is. This is Brown's Arlington Honda.
Okay. This is a Honda.
109 days. So they initially listed it for $50,910, but they got all the way up to $58,000.
Yeah. Boy, the market must have been crazy then, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. What the hell are they doing? Lots of volatility in the price, and they're down to 50,000.
Yeah.
There's no 11% decline in price here.
There's a 1%, less than a 1%.
Less than I want to do one more.
Okay.
I want to do one more. Let's do.
So what you're doing is you're proving my point.
Which is fine. I'd love
Yeah.
to prove your point.
No, you didn't. You were hoping.
Oarsman's a big group. Let's do this.
Yeah, they are here. Yeah, in this area.
All right. 176 days on the
Yeah.
market.
Yeah.
Initially listed it for 48,563.
Yeah.
Had it all the way up to 51,991.
Yeah.
No, there's no 11% decline.
But there
here
should
either.
be. But and the reason you haven't seen it is because they've had it so long. They paid so much for that car that they don't want to just take the loss. Now they should. They would be better off taking loss. They would be, why they haven't taken, why these vehicles haven't gone to the auction yet. Well, I guess I can answer the question as to why they haven't, because they paid so much for them that their suspicion is that they're going to probably take about a 20% hit or more if they were to take them to the sale. So their hope is that they still find a retail buyer. Now, a retail buyer equipped with the knowledge of this show could go in there and say, listen, we realize that you've probably lost about 20% of the value of that vehicle from when you first bought it. I know you're asking X. You should probably be more comfortable taking this number and spit out a number that's 10% below X and see what they say. And say, oh, and by the way, I'll finance, so you get a shot at me in the finance office.
Look at this Twitter thread, Dad. This is super interesting. I'll zoom in
Yes.
for everyone. This comes from Car Dealership Guy over on Twitter. Huge fan of his work.
Yes.
He's a CEO of one of the companies that sells used car
Yes.
dealership group. Deals on used cars are coming. Give it 30 to 60 days. Dealers will have no choice but to begin to sell aged inventory from September 10th.
Yes.
This was one of the replies. Bang on. Saw our first independent dealerships, quote, forced multi-vehicle sell-off by their floor plan company just this past week. Been a long while. Floor plan line curtailments. Yep. I think that's another important factor that we should talk about, which we don't touch on often here. One of the things I've learned and realized is that the banks that are lending the money won't just lend it forever.
Well, that and they also recognize that the value that was established when they
floor planned it
has gone down. So the value of their collateral is significantly less than when this process started. So yeah, banks can ask that they paid off.
Let that sink in.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. The banks can actually
and then
modify the terms of the funding that they've given to dealers.
It's probably in the funding that they have the option to call the loan. Yep. So in essence, so what that means is most dealers don't have the on-hand cash to just start paying off these loans. So
do they want to?
So at that point, they are forced to take them to the sale and sell them. Now big groups like Coons and Oarsman and others, their pockets are a little deeper than the average dealer, but if you have these insights as a consumer, you should be able to use them to your advantage when you are attempting to negotiate a deal on a pre-owned car. Now, having said that, those negotiations should not be happening with the salesperson per se.
Yeah.
At a certain point, you need to say to the salesperson, could I have a conversation with the used car manager? Could you ask him to come out and spend just a few minutes with me? There's a couple things I need to go over with him. Nothing against you, Mr. or Mrs. Salesperson, but I think it's time for me to speak to the used car manager. I think there's some things that I need to discuss with the used car manager that might make sense and help make it easier for us to make a deal. So as a consumer, if I was armed with the information that we're trying to provide you with, that's what I would do. And the used car manager at a certain point is getting heat from the dealer principal saying, got to get rid of this stuff. Start taking deals. Do what you need to do. Let's get rid of this stuff. And so if a used car manager is talking to a qualified retail customer who is making a legitimate offer that is significantly below what the asking price might have been, the used car manager would be foolish not to take it.
We're going to film a video after this. We're going to film a couple videos after this. One is I want you to be the customer. I want you to buy the used car. I'll be the salesperson in that role play because I want you to just tear. And I'll do my best to stand up to you, but it's so logical. Like you're going to buy a Ford Explorer or Ford Expedition. Like we are going to film that video after this because it is such a logical argument for why you should take a discount. What holes are you going to poke in that? There are none. What, you want to take a bigger loss at the sale? Like at least you can try and sell me on a marked up interest rate. Like, don't you want that shot? I mean, it's just very logical. I really do hope that the retail prices come down. I don't expect them to. Not for at least a little while longer.
I just think that they're more negotiable than they've been if you understand what the market conditions are on the wholesale side of things.
Was good.
And there's not enough people watching this show. There's not enough people who will watch this video that we can have as much impact on used car negotiations as we would like. So each and every one of you out there, share this link with a friend. No, share this link with 10 of your best friends. 7 friends, and have them share it with 7 of their friends other than the 7 you already used. And so let's get this thing to go viral so that people will understand that they have a little more leverage than they think they do.
Shall we switch gears?
I'm a gear switcher, buddy.
We're going to jump right into it, Pops. Give me a second. Ready?
Really? You gotta be kidding.
All right, Dad. We got
Yes.
a couple things for
Yes.
really. You've got to be kidding me. First and foremost,
Yes.
from our friends. Again,
They're-
not actually friends.
Yeah, we don't know anybody at NADA on a first name basis,
Well,
or
but
even a last name basis.
They do. They actually, I'm not even gonna make that joke because that would be inappropriate. NADA.
Okay. Yes.
They submitted a 140 page response to the Federal Trade Commission.
Do you know why? Because they have so damn much money, they can employ any number of attorneys to be able to come up with a 140-page response, knowing full well that there isn't a consumer out there that can afford one attorney to do this.
Sorry, gang, we couldn't even afford to put our attorneys on this one, but we tried our best. Dad, I'm just gonna scroll down.
Yes.
Outline of comments.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see how far we can make it before you break. The motor vehicle retailing model is efficient, consumer-friendly, fundamentally
Stop. Come on. Have any of these people have any of these people seen any videos of what they put their customers through?
I'm just gonna exit to the left.
Well, you know what I mean, but for goodness sake, I mean to say that it's efficient for who? It's not efficient for the customer. It's never been efficient for the customer. The whole concept has always been wear the customer down. Keep them there. I can't tell you how many times I had people come in after they had spent hours at another dealership where they said, well, they wouldn't let me leave. Okay. Every time I tried to get up and leave, they'd bring somebody else over and they go, well, what if we did this? What if we did that? I mean, the whole concept has been to wear people down, to just grate on them for as long as it takes for the customer to finally break. I worked at a Mazda Volkswagen dealership in Mesa, Arizona. The first day I worked there, okay, we opened at 8. We closed at 8. I got home at 1 o'clock in the morning because we took a late deal, and the finance manager wouldn't shut the hell up, just ground on the customers in finance so long to finally get them to buy something. Okay, so we ended up leaving at 12:30 or so. Okay, and the worst part was the next day those people showed back up and said, we don't want the warranty. We never wanted the warranty, but we couldn't get her to shut up. We couldn't get her to leave us alone. I mean, that's the whole concept, is you wear people down. So you can't tell me it's efficient for the customer. It's efficient. It's not even efficient for the dealer, but it makes money for the dealers. Yeah, retailing model is efficient, consumer friendly. You tell me what's consumer friendly about that. We're just going to beat the crap out of you until you finally say, okay, I'll sign. I just want to go home. I mean, really? Come on. You know, what the hell is wrong with these people?
Heavily regulated and will not benefit from additional governmental intervention.
Yeah, well.
Motor vehicle retailing in today's market, the sale of the vehicle, the disposition of the trade-in, the financing of the vehicle, the protection of consumer, the positive consumer experience.
Yeah, you let me know when there is one. You know, I have given dealers so many different ways. So I have suggested so many different options so they could make it a process that's kind of consumer centric and kind of easy and kind of fair for everybody involved. Okay. You know, I was just talking to a friend of mine this morning who was recently promoted to become a general manager at a large public retailer store.
Yep.
And one of the things he likes about his stores is, well, they don't charge over MSRP. They see no need to charge over MSRP. And he says, you know, every store that charges over MSRP, you can just kiss that customer goodbye. They're never coming back to you. So the whole, it's not set up to be fair for the consumer. And it could be set up so that it could be fair for the consumer. It could be fair for the dealerships. It could be more time efficient. It, you know, they're starting the remodel of my kitchen this week.
Yeah.
And I went out and I had to buy all new appliances. It was pretty simple. I sat down with the guy. I said, this is what I need. These are the sizes I need. What are my options, with supply chain issues and everything else? What ones will we be able to get in the time frame that I need? What's it going to cost me? Put the whole proposal together. I was in and out in, I don't know, less than an hour. Okay. I bought a refrigerator. I bought a stove. I bought a microwave. I bought a garbage disposal. I bought a washer and dryer. I bought a dishwasher. Okay. And he didn't have to grind me down. He didn't have to wear me down. He didn't have to keep me in a dark room promising, well, I'll let you out if you just say yes. I mean, it shouldn't be hard to do this. And the manufacturers could help if they just simply said it's not a suggested retail price. It is the retail price. And it's the same retail price in Bethesda, Maryland, as it is in Hagerstown, Maryland, for the same car, equipped the same way. And as a consumer, you wouldn't have to drive anywhere other than your local dealer to buy that car, because it's going to be the same price if you drive 3 hours away.
Yep.
That's called convenience.
Efficiency, simplicity.
It doesn't have to be, let's beat up the customer. Let's see how much we can get out of them. Let's extract as many dollars as we can. There's enough markup from invoice to MSRP and then the under the line monies that a dealer can get by quite easily and quite well just selling a car at MSRP. Okay. Like I've said it before, 3-4 years ago, if somebody bought a car at MSRP, everybody in the dealership was high-fiving each other and going around, what a moron. I can't believe they paid MSRP. And today, if you could just set the price at MSRP and just say that's the damn price of the car, and it's the same price of the car everywhere you go, and you give customers the option of actually, I don't know, buying accessories that they might want as opposed to the accessories that the dealer decided you need to have. It would be so profitable and so easy, and you could sell so many more cars, and you could give your F&I person so many more opportunities, and you offer the same price to every customer in the F&I department for every one of those items that they sell there. It shouldn't be one person gets a better price because he or she's slightly smarter than the next person.
Or more aggressive.
It shouldn't work that way. It doesn't need to be that way.
Save some energy. We're about to record videos.
Oh, shit, I forgot.
You can't curse on live streams.
I just did.
No
Sorry.
Geo, no news on the FTC. Don't rewind the past 7 minutes. Not worth it. All right, Pops, we've got a couple comments.
Yes.
D. Harris said, because you paid the listing price for the dishwasher, consumers choose to haggle on prices. Terrible analogy.
No, consumers don't choose to haggle on prices because in most places you don't haggle on prices. You don't go to the grocery store and haggle on a price. You don't go to Best Buy and haggle on a price. You don't go to Kohl's and haggle on a price. The price is the price. We've accepted that. There's very few areas in this country where somebody gets a better price than somebody else because they're a better negotiator than somebody else. And one of those areas is automotive. I don't know why that is. Okay. I don't know who came up with the concept. Well, we could probably make more money if we do it this way. And everybody said, yeah, but you can make plenty of money doing it the other way without taking advantage of people. It all comes down to, do you want to take advantage of your customers or not? And if the answer is not, then just have the same damn price everywhere. I'm sorry.
My turn.
And I'm pretty good at negotiating.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. When your sister was living in that apartment and they it was time for lease renewal, I told her to negotiate with the, here's what we want now. Here's the increase, and I told her, well, ask them how much time it takes to get the apartment ready for the next renter. Okay, so that's time you're not making any money in the apartment, and you're actually spending money in the apartment. And I've checked other apartments, and there are some deals, and she negotiated it down. So, yes, just about everything in life is negotiable if you wanted to negotiate, but most things in this country we don't negotiate, and it makes everybody's life simpler when you don't.
I agree.
Okay, I'm done now.
Trust me, automotive exists because of information asymmetry. Not a lot of other industries are predicated on explicitly that. All right, want to remind everyone we are actually running another promotion this month because it's fun to take 20% off of our membership. 20% off. Use the code FALL20 because fall is here. So if you join YAA as a member,
fall is not here, but it'll be here soon.
Thank
folks.
you. And we're doing fall 100 on the extended warranty. So if you buy an extended warranty from us, which you can check out entirely online, everything's digital. Get $100 off between now and the end of the month. Fall 100, we get you $100 off on the extended warranty. So our markup. I took a call this morning, Dad. To your point,
yes.
Asked, hey, is your extended warranty price negotiable? And I said no. We mark up $500 for everyone. It is what it is.
Yes.
I love that. Makes me so happy.
Yeah.
If you have not watched our video over on the YAA channel, the one we did today, the reaction video to the Car Shield extended warranty, you have to. Do not get screwed. Do not fall for Ice-T marketing crap too. Fall for us marketing stuff.
If you're going to fall for us.
All right,
I am severely overweight, so I can cushion the fall.
If you have questions that we weren't able to address here in the chat today, join the community forum, 100% free. Join YAA.com/community. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us. Again, fall 20, fall 100. Pops, let's film. We've got the green screen. I'm going to turn it around. Let's go film. We're going to the dealership.
Okay, we're going to the dealership, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here again tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, with more news that you can use from YAA. And until then, have a great day, everybody. Thanks for being here.
It's nice to have you back, Pops.
Oh, it's good to be back.